Hi, who's on? Happy New Year. I'll just wait for a few people to sign on. Anybody on? Hi. Where's everybody from? Where's everyone from? Hello, Kojoye. Kojoye Beale. Hi, Koyampai. I love you too, Orange. Hello, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, huh? Hi, Ken. Where is everybody from? 63 people. Not so bad. 73. You're still in Yangon? Me too. Nyenchan. Hi, Nyenchan from Rakhine State, from Sitwe. How have I been? I feel like I talk to you all the time, Nyenchan. Mr. Peace, his name means. Gojoye. Oh, over 100. All right. So I guess everybody's home, working from home, huh? Hello, Tanta Minglava Kucha. Count from Myanmar. Hi, Chengzi. You are very beautiful. Thank you, Nyenchan, from Rakhine State. Jaw and Zinko. Hello from Yangon. Very cheeky, Go Women. He says, I'm from Mars. He's from Mars. And women are from Venus, huh? From Yichina. Hello. From Mandalay. Wow. From Ba'an. I love Ba'an. I have to go to Myitkyina soon. Hi, guys. Hi, Thinza. I love the way you are. Okay. So I wanted to do this Facebook Live. My team and I, we were thinking about how we wanted to participate, how we wanted you all to participate more, which is, oh, from Thailand. Hi, Kunyi. I love you too. From Shun State. Ooh, okay. Okay, sorry, I get distracted a lot. Sorry. Okay, so I'm back, and this is my first Facebook Live of the year. Happy New Year in 2021. But it's my second Facebook Live in general. So I think my first Facebook Live with you all went pretty well, and so we wanted to see if this is something that we could keep up. You know, just more so that we can hear from you. And there's this new campaign that the team and I, we started. It's called Heart to Heart with Majemo. So if this goes well today, and if you like it, and if we get to discuss topics that's interesting to you, you know, we'd love to do this bi-weekly. Bi-weekly means once every 2 weeks. And get to know your thoughts and insights. No? So heart to heart means an intimate conversation. So heart to heart, yeah, you know, yini zaga biora. Literal, direct adipegaro, you know, nalong naku. No? So from my heart to your heart. No? I want to hear from you. Like, what are some of the things that bothers you? What are some of these conversations that we should be having about Myanmar youth, about Myanmar culture. So, Jimoa, Myanmar myo pyo yin no jesu tin pare lo ayin me pyo china no. Dia do Jimo ye Facebook Liveနှစ်ကြိမ်ဖြစ်သွားပြီ in general ဒါပေမဲ့ပထမဆုံး Facebook Live ဒီနှစ်သစ်မှာဒီ2021နှစ်သစ်မှာเนาะ and I had written in a previous post about everybody thinking of what your New Year's resolution is. Now, what are your New Year's resolutions? What are your goals for this year, and how can we get there? No? Well, you have to know what you want, and you have to know your goals, and so that you can focus on it. I don't say be a kaja oh no. So okay, so for me, I guess it's my turn. Hi, Dada. Hi, Piezon. I love your names. Piezon means perfect. Alon Piezonia, no Boama. That sounds so good. Okay, So for me, I have 2 New Year's resolutions. ဒီနှစ်သစ်မှာတော့ဂျီမိုရဲ့ 2 goals ကတော့ it's about self-reflection and gratitude. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about self-reflection first. So self-reflection ဆိုတာကိုပြန်ကြည့်တာပြန်ကြည့်တယ်เนาะကိုရဲ့ခန္ဓာကိုယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်ကိုရဲ့စိတ်ကိုပြန်ကြည့်ရတယ်เนาะ and I feel as if you guys should be experts at self-reflection because I know that many of you meditate in Myanmar, and for me I wouldn't even say I'm a beginner. I'm very kalele pausale of meditationเนาะတရားထိုင်တာအရင်ခဏလေးငါပဲစလိုက်တယ် and within meditation we learn that you shouldn't gloss over your feelings. You shouldn't gloss over anything. You shouldn't gloss over your thoughts. You shouldn't gloss over how, your actions, right? And so gloss over, what does gloss over mean? Gloss over means gloss is a facade, a veneer, a poya. No? So remember that. So gloss ora, facade, a facade, it's actually a French word. Facade, a poya libe, veneer. No? So when we talk about self-reflection, ko pianchira during meditation, ko seiko pianchira. When you're angry, right? Do you gloss that over? Oh, when you get a little jealous, when you're, and everybody I think jealousy is part of human nature, right? You get a little jealous, because you think his life is better, right? But you can't gloss that over. You have to really see why you feel that way, and then it dissolves, no? And so I talk about self-reflection a lot because I think it is so important for us, especially Myanmar youth, and I stress so much about Myanmar youth because I feel like I'm one of you guys, right? I also get a lot of messages from my students. I get a lot of comments, and we have conversations about what they would like to change, right, from the education system that they've had or from home, right? Everything starts in the home, no? So my request is that you know what you want and you get to know yourself, especially during this time. Take advantage during this time at home. Di achin lebe ho sa ya nain ne, no? O sa di work from home, di lockdown ma di akwinye yo kangkang le yu like. Take advantage of this time to get to know yourself better. And glossing over our feelings. I also emphasize that a lot too, and glossing over your feelings, another way to say it is to not push things under the rug, right? Gozo aukma poneo matane, no? So do not push things under the rug. And I think in Myanmar culture, we tend to do that. When things get too uncomfortable, right? You don't want to talk about it. It's taboo, no? Di ho sa kake or ayan o nenele dokha yawen or ayan tumyao nenele anaye zagama pyo jin no. Ya bare ma pyo do. Ya bare. It's fine. Or in the home when we're very young, you hear this phrase shamashene, no? Which I think is rude, very rude, shamashene, no? The literal translation is, don't have your tongue be so long. Don't talk back. Don't be curious. But as children and as the youth, you have to be curious. It's, my nephew always asks the question, why? Papilole. So, as adults, it is your duty, your job to tell them why, right? Why does this function? So that they get better and they get confidence. Yongji mushira. They get confidence and know things. Yes, Shamashena, mind your own business. Koko Mao is saying that's what it means, right? So mind your own business. But your business is my business. In some ways, right? In some ways, your business is my business, like when it comes to work or how we can grow this country, how we can build up the home, how we can build up the schools, right? So, sasuin, I think it's good to be sasu, to be curious. Sasura, otwa sasura, no? Sasu, masasuna. So that's one thing I wanted to say. So when you're self-reflecting, you have to reflect on your actions and what you say at home, to your children, to each other. It's so important because kindness of thought turns into actions and turns into the way that you think kindly of people, the way you say kindly to people. It's good for you and it's good for them. It's karma, right? For every action, there is a reaction. You guys know this better than everybody. Karma, no? For every action, there is a reaction. So, တရားကိုကောင်းကောင်းလေးပြောရင်အကောင်းလေးပဲပြန်ရမှာ no? So, especially to your children, everything starts at the home. ကလေးလိုမျိုးမနေနဲ့ sorry ကလေးလိုမျိုးနေ no? That's another common adage that I think many people say. Oh, ကလေးလိုမျိုးနေ just act your age. You're a child. Act like a child. And this is what we're teaching our youth. And many of them tell me what happens in schools, right? They're scared to talk back. They're scared to answer questions. They're scared to get things wrong. And failure is a part of life. No, you have to fail, right? So people are writing back to me and they're saying, no, this is exactly what they say. Kalega kalegone, no? Kalega kalelone. Thank you, Matenza. No, it's just, but when do you become an adult then, right? When do you become an adult? You become an adult when you start deciding for yourself. When you start to realize that you need to stop seeking approval, right? This is your life, live it, right? And that's what I wanted to say, and this is why I say self-reflection is so important. So Nyen Chan writes, bring positive view and to focus on it in the new year. Thank you, Nyen Chan. So I'm going to talk about positive views now and talk about gratitude, which I think you're so right, Mr. Peace. I think you hit the nail on the head. Thank you, Ethu. You're very beautiful. Okay, okay, this is a good step to gratitude. So for gratitude, we talked a little bit about karma, right? About for every action, there is a reaction. So I decided to be more grateful this year. And my older brother told me that I had to do that because, sorry, I'm just going to read some of the comments. So Coco Mount says, and I believe he's a bit older, a bit older than me, I could say. He says, my mother thinks of me like a child until now. I think in some ways it is beautiful when parents always consider you as, as someone they love, as their child that they always want to take care of. But at the same time, I think that parents need to start respecting your decisions and our decisions, because if you want the home to grow, you have to build together. No? To do sa sawame, to do sa zagapyoame. No? It's a give and take, right? So yeah. Okay. So about gratitude. So Nyen Chan was talking about positive emotions, right? Sharing positive emotions for the new year. Hi, Sithu. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Sithu. He's one of my friends, I would say. Very close. We're always talking. Anyway, so be grateful. So gratitude helps people feel more positive, right? So you stop looking for the wrong things. So, this is where manifestation comes. And manifestation is just when something you think of becomes real, no? And I believe in that so much, right? Your thoughts become your reality. What you say become who you are. Your actions also speak to who you are and how you become, no? So ကျိန်းမောကတော့ဟိုပြောချင်တာကတော့ gratitude ဆိုတာအတိတ်ပဲကတော့ကျေးဇူးတင်တာ နော်ဟိုဘာတွေကျေးဇူးတင်လဲလို့အမြဲတမ်းစဉ်းစားပါဘာဖြစ်ဆိုတော့မကျင်းမလို့ပြောလို့မျိုးပဲဒီဟိုစာ karma ကြောင့်လည်းနည်းနည်းလေးပါဝင်တယ် so ဒီ gratitude မှာကောင်းတဲ့ဟာတွေပဲအမြဲတမ်းကျင့်နေရင်နော်ကောင်းတဲ့ဟာတွေအမြဲတမ်းစဉ်းစားနေရင်ဒီကဘာကြီးက universe ကကောင်းတဲ့ဟာတွေကိုပဲပို့မှာနော် for every action there's a reaction so if you're living in fear you're only going to be surrounded by fearful things and thoughts so if you send out to the universe everything that you're scared of right if you're always thinking negative thoughts guess what negativity will always follow you no that is manifestation your thoughts become your reality no so when you focus on possibilities ဖြစ်နိုင်တဲ့ဟာတွေကိုအမြဲတမ်းစဉ်းစားနေရင် guess what ဖြစ်နိုင်မယ်နော်ဖြစ်နိုင်တယ် no okay sorry I want to say ဖြစ်နိုင်တဲ့ဟာတွေကိုပဲစဉ်းစားရင်ဖြစ်မယ် right if you think of possibilities if you think of what can happen it will happen no and so that's really success that's the definition of success okay so somebody just wrote mother is manipulated soda ba adepe shi le phin oh okay okay so manipulative means I think you mean manipulative rather than manipulated now manipulative means when somebody always gets their way when they say things to always get their way they know how to manipulate you no so I don't want to go there today I think it's a very long subject but I hope that makes sense what I had said and then so Go Kunwin writes we must owe gratitude to our parents and benefactors yes it's always great to be thankful right you should always be thankful for the things that you have thank you so much Gojansa I think Gowimya is making fun of me. He says, could you tell us how to cook water by any chance? I don't know. I'm not that bad of a cook actually. Okay. So what I'm grateful for this year would be I'm thankful for you guys, the Burglish squad, the viewership I have. You know, this is only something that I could have ever dreamed of. 8-9 years ago. You know, I never would have thought in a million years. I'm very thankful for you all, for the kind support I have. The Burglish squad, the Pieta Dio, the Engineer, အမြဲတမ်းကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်လို့ပြောချင်တာမြတ်တာအမြဲတမ်းပို့နေပါတယ်။ဘာဖြစ်ဆိုတော့ဂျင်းမုံအမြဲတမ်းအားပေးတာဂျင်းမုံ courage ပေးတာ you give me courage because I always feel like you know I'm motivated and inspired by you all. So I'm very thankful for you. I'm also thankful for all the people I have in my life, right? At work, I have great colleagues and great managers and bosses. I have a great team with the Burglish squad, right? You know, Islizen, Achan now. Who else? I'm thankful for my health, especially during COVID. No, Jemai Shidale, Jemai Gaunale, Jesu Demare, no? To the pient during COVID. So JJ writes, oh, Happy New Year, my childhood idol. I love you, JJ, for saying that, but it makes me feel so old. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, you know, when he was a child, Akuja JJ is an adult. Akuja JJ Luji Pianevila. Okay, all right, so, Thank you, everybody. Okay, so let us go to the elephant rope. We're going to read it. You have the text in front of you because it is in one of your previous posts. Thank you, August. it is in the previous post before this Facebook Live. Okay, The Elephant Rope by A.M. Marcus. Let's read it together. And while I'm reading it, I request one thing, and that thing is that you guys think of what you're grateful for and your New Year's resolution. Okay, one of each, no? So, bari jesu tinle, now to kuga, di nitema ba song piatale. No? Okay. So then let's read The Elephant Rope. I hope you guys did your homework. I hope you read it out loud to yourselves. Okay, so while I'm reading, Jimo sapane, alongale ema sapa. No? So when I'm reading, I want you to say this out loud. At home, if there are many people around, you can whisper, but I want you to practice your pronunciation, and I want you to practice speaking a little bit. No? And while you're reading, it is not about memorization. It is about understanding the context. It is about understanding what you're reading. And we're going to go over some of the morals, but you have to tell me what lessons you get out of this. Okay? So, di zagabongo pae, jemonatutu pat, nautakuga, nalebo pat, and BYM lessons to ya bale lo jimo piamime, no? Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Ulu and U. Thank you, Gominsway. Okay, so The Elephant Rope by A.M. Marcus. A gentleman was walking through an elephant camp, and he spotted that the elephants weren't being kept in cages or held by the use of chains. No? So, gentleman tiauka, the translation is in front of you. I'm not even going to be really translating, but I'm just doing this so it helps. Lujimin tiauka di sinchango tua piashautuare. No, he walked through the elephant camp. Piashautuare. And he realized that the elephants weren't being kept in cages or held by the use of chains. So the sindwega di hlang e male, cages de male, droa matetau. Dabime bapilo. Okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. All that was holding the elephants back from escaping the camp was a small piece of rope tied to one of their legs. Sindrego matrapyeang di troe chirau de chama jotate lego chitare. No? So a small piece of rope was tied to each elephant's foot so they wouldn't escape. As the man gazed upon the elephants, he was completely confused as to why the elephants didn't just use their strength to break the rope and escape the camp. They could easily have done so, but instead, they didn't try at all. Okay, so the sindwigade throw Jonah chitare dame di Lujitiauka gentleman on it. But you saw the Jolia yan le, you know, pipiole, Senea osa, Luluele, osa, Luluele twapilo yare, Davime Bapilo throw majozara le. No, so the gentleman is very confused because he's wondering why the elephants didn't escape. It's so easy to just, you know, walk away with that rope. Curious and wanting to know the answer, the gentleman asked a trainer nearby why the elephants were just standing there and never tried to escape. So the gentleman nga yan tijene, apye tijene, bapilo di sin tain the mago. Oh, sorry. ဘာဖြစ်လို့ဒီစင်တွေကဘာဖြစ်လို့ထွက်မပြေးတာလဲတဲ့သူကအရန် you know စဉ်းစားနေတယ်အဲ့တော့ဒီစင်ထင်းသမားကိုတွေ့ပြီးရခါကျတော့သူကမေးလိုက်တယ်ဘာဖြစ်လို့ဒီစင်လေးတွေက or စင်ကြီးတွေဒီစင်တွေကဘာဖြစ်လို့မထွက်ပြေးတာလဲတဲ့ Thank you Henry or Harry thank you Harry okay the trainer replied when they are very young and much smaller we use the same size rope to tie them and at that age it's enough to hold them as they grow up they are conditioned to believe they cannot break away they believe the rope can still hold them so they never try to escape အဲ့တော့ဒီစင်ထင်းသမားကပြန်ပြောလိုက်တယ်ဒီ gentleman ကိုဒီစင်လေးတွေကတဲ့ငငယ်ုံကတဲ့သူတို့ဟိုစားကျိုးလေးနဲ့ခြိထားတယ်တဲ့သူတို့အရွယ်ရောက်တော့သူတို့ဒီကျိုးကိုပဲသူတို့ကခြိထားတယ်သူတို့ဒီကျိုးကိုပဲခြိထားတယ်เนาะစင်နေရောဒီကျိုးလေးနဲ့ပဲခြိထားတယ်သူတို့ဆိုရင် I'm talking about the elephants ဒီ elephants တွေကဒီစင်တွေကသူတို့ယုံကြည်မရှိတော့ဘူးတဲ့သူတို့ငငယ်လေးကသူတို့အယမ်းဖိထားလို့เนาะနှင်းထားလို့เนาะမလုံနိုင်ဘူးအဲ့တော့သူတို့ကအဲ့လိုမျိုးပဲထင်နေတော့တယ်တဲ့ you know သူတို့အရွယ်ရောက်တော့လဲသူတို့ကမကြိုးစားတော့ဘူးတဲ့เนาะ so he said you know they stopped trying the only reason that the elephants weren't breaking free and escaping from the camp was that over time they adopted the belief that it just wasn't possible. So what is the moral of the story? What is the moral of the story? So moral so a lesson, no? So lesson abale. So the lesson of the story, the moral of the story is no matter how much the world tries to hold you back, no matter how much the world tries to hold you back, always continue with the belief that what you want to achieve is possible. Believing you can become successful is the most important step in actually achieving it. So, okay, so I told you, I read this story to you, and the moral at the end that was written. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think the moral of the story is? What are some other lessons? What did you get out of it? So and I'm just retracking some answers that I'm okay guys, I'm waiting. Is my internet slow? What are the morals and what would you do if you were not afraid? So tingejine piye that day machawen balomla. Great job, Nyenchan. So Nyenchan writes, failure is part of learning. We should always keep trying. Oh, Tinza writes, ooh, this is good. The other moral is that childhood is important. Yes, definitely, Tinza. I love that. Hote. You know, you don't want to have traumatized adults. No? The way you treat your children. Everything starts at the home. It's so important how you treat your kids so that they become successful or they believe in themselves. They're not afraid. Beautiful, Denza. So Shui writes, they never believed their energy. Another person says, we must know our ability. Hello, Goman Brown. So, Yeah, it's about somebody wrote, I think it was Nguyen Chang who talked about failure. You know, failure it comes with life, right? We shouldn't be so scared to make a mistake, no? Like nobody is perfect, nobody. And I think it becomes an even better story, right? When you take risks, no? Because you're building resilience, right? You're building yourself to be stronger. So resilienceဆိုတာဘာလဲ resilience ကလှဲသွားရင်ကျသွားရင်ပြန်ထနိုင်တယ် That's resilience, and that's what everybody needs. Everybody has resilience, right? In business, စီးပွားရေးမှာဆိုရင် resilience လိုတယ် no? Just in life you need resilience. Okay, what other lessons did we get? Because of fearness, Alaka writes, they were fearful, yeah, because the trainers had always belittled them, had always made them feel so small, right? So another thing is to belittle is to belittle. I love that. To belittle is to belittle, no? To belittle, so belittle, belittle is one word, right? That means to put somebody down, nena. But to belittle, to ne, koga ateba, no? Tere luriabe, pian nena. Okay, so Chisa writes, elephant story, they just think small of themselves. Yes, and we need to stop thinking small of ourselves, no? No anade too much, no? Dinza writes, you should at least try even if you think you can't. Yes, no, you have to keep trying. I also thought, maybe the elephants could have tried another way. Think of another creative way. If it didn't work, fine. But you should think of another solution. No? What do you think about that? What do you think? I'm just going to wait for you guys. Okay, if you don't want to talk about the elephant story, it's fine, as long as you're thinking about it. You can also tell me your New Year's resolutions. Thank you so much, Goal. Thank you for coming. Gobam chite, pian chite. So, yeah, so I just think, with the elephant story, it's just a reminder to take risks, even if you fail, right? Make your own choices. There's always a way. Oh, Jelly May writes, when there's a will, there's a way. That's beautiful. Hote. Lo chen, lo naime. No? Same thing with your New Year's resolutions. When there's a will, there's a way. Pyo Pew writes, we have to try again and again, even if we have failed 1,000 times. Yes, try, and try in a different way. No, there's more than one way. You have to be creative. Think outside of the box. No, they could have done another way. Maybe put their foot outside of the rope. So Nguyen Chan is telling us about his New Year goals. He says he's applying for a scholarship, which is for Peace and Leadership Research Institute at the BA Education Foundation. Wow. And to apply for the next step position in order to upgrade his career opportunity. Wow, so good, Go Nguyen Chan. You deserve a star just for participating and also for knowing what you want. It's only the 8th day of the new year, and you already have your goals on track. Big applause. Well, we wish you luck เนาะกังกังมาเซโล Yes, Chesa writes, elephant obeys to their people very much. Yeah, elephant was scared. And I think I may be getting ahead of myself, but throughout history, we've learned that the top-down institutions, top-down governments don't always work, no? When you're so fearful of people on top, ideas don't get brought up, right? You become complacent. Everybody becomes comfortable and yielding. So that's what the elephant story. Thank you for bringing that up. I think that's a great insight. So Nui writes, to be optimistic and confident. Yes, I think that's her New Year's resolution. That's a great New Year's resolution. Positive affirmations. Thank you, Salai. Oh, go Salai. Long time no see. Hi, I'm so glad you're joining us. I think Gosalai is from Kachin State. Thank you, Gosalai. He was one of my students last 2 months ago. Children at schools in Myanmar should have a chance to learn stories and discuss different morals like this. Aw, thank you, Matinza. I think you can always just discuss ideas. You can discuss it or just even think about it yourself when you're reading. So what I wanted to tell you is you're reading not for tests, you're reading for understanding. You're reading to really put yourself in another person's shoes. No? So သူများလည်းဘယ်လိုမျိုးသူများဘယ်လိုမျိုးစဉ်းစားလဲလို့အဲ့ဒါကိုပြန်ကြည့်တာ no? That's why stories matter. They teach us. So we don't have to go through the same mistakes like that. Bound, hello Bound. Ooh, he writes, hopefully I will finish 48 books this year because I didn't last year. Wow, you are a much better reader than I am. I used to read much more, I think. Now I just got really busy. But I'm always trying to read. I read a lot of news and magazines, but more books, hopefully this year. Kuhn writes, my New Year resolution is to do something new and read more books and talk less and listen more. Wow. I will be more positive, as you said. Oh, I love that, Kuhn. Thank you. I want to talk less, actually. I want to listen more to you guys. I'm trying to figure out ways where we can do that. Lack of trust is failure. Aww. Hi, Yumpai. Long time no see. Mamau writes, that caption though, please explain to me short sentence in Burmese. Okay, Gomao, I think you can go back to the pages that were posted, so you can look at the translations in English and Myanmar. Thank you, Nyencha. He says we should never give up our learning with Mache. Matthew writes, depends on trainer and depends on your teacher. Teachers are very important for life. No? Teachers are very important. Parents are the first teacher. So they guide you. Parents are very important. So it's good to have good relationships with your children. Thank you. Thank you, Matthew. My sister, she said. Oh, shoot. Guys, I'm so bad at this. What do I do? Okay. My phone. Technical mishap. Okay, Chesa writes, I don't want to be like elephant. I just like to be leader. Elephant doesn't have leadership mindset. Well, I will say, when you say I want to be a leader, I think it's great to be a leader, but at the same time, leaders were also followers at one point, only at one point. You know what I mean? I think that what's most important is that you work together, right? We are all leaders in one way, but the main point is how do you meet the goals so that you all can be productive, no? So yeah, I think I hope what I said made sense, no? So to do alo ame, yes, leader kita yang kaune, no? Leader attributes de shiame. Decision making is is an attribute of a leader, no? Osa sompyat nayame, no? Dabime leaders deyado, the most important part of a leader is to be able to work together with people. Okay, not like the trainer. Hello, teacher. Hi, Kochi. Oh, I miss you. Hello, Kochi. Thank you for joining. Hello, Mr. Jonathan Kine. Thank you for joining, Jonathan. So, Jonathan, I have to say, I think I never told you this, but I think one of the my Facebook Majimo English will be 2 years old soon, and we have 100,000 followers nearly, and I'm so happy. And I would say, Jonathan, you really pushed me to making a Facebook page, because before I was only more so on YouTube, and and I'm so thankful for you, because I really feel as if I got to interact with my peoples, with my squad. Anyway, thank you for joining, Jonathan. The Dar. Oh, hi, the Dar. Thank you for joining, darling. Danso says, long time no see. Okay, you guys. Thank you, Chessa. Thank you so much. All right. So, he says, please call my name. Hello, Fidodo Mike. I'm calling out your name. Okay, you guys, so it's 6:11. I think we're going to call it a day soon. Please write anything urgent. Otherwise, we are going to go soon. We'll be seeing you another time very soon for another story. We'll think of some things, but I love how you are participating. Okay, so someone writes, I would practically apply the importance believing that I could achieve whatever I want in life and to never hold back if I were not afraid. You could achieve anything you want in life, right? We just have to think of the steps. What are the steps and what do you want? No? That's the number one step. Think of your steps to get there. Okay, guys. Myomin writes, thank you, Myomin. I always watch your English lessons. That's really effective for those who are learning English like me. I hope to see many videos for us in this very new year, 2021. Is that your New Year's wish for me? Is that your New Year's resolution for me, Go Myomin? Okay, there will be new videos, but you have to participate, no? We want this to be a place where friendships are met and where actual conversations happen, no? Those are to saka pyo ame, to blimyo di naingon le tota ang lo naim le, ba de sinza pim le lo majimo was a pyo pe ba tingin ni alon di pawinjin di Burglish squad go pian pyo pe ba, no? Pian ho sa a pe ba. No? Teach us. You guys are all leaders and we want to learn from all of you. Okay, Sagittarius SF says, very cheeky, nah on. Is there anything that I can do to be your love? You can be my friend, and you can keep studying and live your life well. That would be great. Uampyo writes, animals are controlled by a man, but a man should not be controlled by another man. Interesting. I had never thought of that. I think to be able to make your own decisions and to not seek approval is very important. I think to be able to take control of your life is very important. No? Sometimes I feel as if the people that want the best for us, the people that want the best for us don't necessarily know the best for us, right? They want us to walk in their shoes, to be like them, but everybody has a different path in life. No? And I think there was this famous quote by Einstein who had said, if you teach a fish how to climb a tree, like a monkey, and if you teach a monkey how to swim, they will both think that they're stupid for the rest of their lives. I'm paraphrasing. But it's true, like some animals are great at running, like a leopard or cheetah. Some are great at hunting, like a bear. You can't compare apples and oranges. That's another idiom. You can't compare two different things. Di namyo, 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 blamyo, piayamle, blamyo ho shayamle. Okay. Oh, Uncle Pyo, thank you so much for joining. He says, hello, teacher. This is my first time watching your live. I've got lots of knowledge from you. I look forward to learn from you. So thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in 5 minutes. I'm reading the last of your comments. Reading, Kotu Noun writes, reading is my cup of tea, but unfortunately I have to give it a break because I need to attend to my MA thesis, master's thesis. It requires me a lot. Okay, well, we still hope that you still read for fun, and we wish you the best. Thank you, Ethan. Love you too. Okay, you guys. Go Daniel says, I watch your videos daily. I really thank you for your... Thank you so much, Go Daniel. We hope you get something out of it. Okay. That's very funny. Go Aluan Tache. No, not a model. Definitely not. Okay, you guys. I'm getting so many comments, but thank you so much for writing. Okay. We hope you have a great new year, and we look forward to seeing you in maybe 2 weeks. No? Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing your Friday with me, and I'll hopefully see you soon. And next time will be quicker because there's going to be so many of these coming your way. All right. Have a good night. Bye.